Welcome to the video, everyone. Today we're going to be going over how to rig popping corks for redfish, drum, trout, and maybe even flounder. I'm going to do three things in this video. The first thing is I'm going to talk about the different kind of popping corks and also how to throw them. The second thing I'm going to do is give you guys three different ways to rig them with baits, Gulp, DOA, or if you're throwing live bait. And then third, I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to rig a popping cork with you guys so you can see exactly how to do it. And I'm going to give my secret tip for popping corks so you can help you catch that extra fish. So make sure you stick around to the end to catch that. If you're new here, my name is Cade. This is Tides Fishing. We do all kind of fishing videos. So if you like that kind of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button and join the saltwater community that we have going on here. But with that said, let's get into the video. Popping corks come in different styles and colors, but the most common is definitely this Cajun Thunder style popping cork. It has the brass beads here on the bottom with the metal wire going through it. Another popular style that you often see is the skinny type of popping cork. Same thing but this one has the plastic beads on the bottom and it has a kind of soft wire running through it that allows it to bend, and it also has the leader. Some people like these aren't my favorite personally. If I had to recommend one, I'll definitely recommend just getting the normal style here with the big float on top, the metal wire, and the brass beads. This, like I said, is a Cajun Thunder style. You can find these at Academy, Walmart, pretty much anywhere that sells fishing gear. They run about $3 or $4 and they're a great addition to your tackle box, especially if you're taking beginners fishing. I would highly recommend maybe getting them popping corks to use, as they are a great way for beginners to catch fish. Getting into how to fish a popping cork is going to depend on what you have tied on for bait. If you are fishing with live shrimp, what I recommend you do is once you cast out the popping cork, you wait about 10 seconds or so in between pops, just because you have the live bait down there. It's kind of working by itself a little bit. But if you guys aren't unfamiliar with popping corks, what you do when you cast these out, they're gonna sit like this in the water, and like I said with live shrimp, every 10 seconds or so you're gonna want to pop it, and it's gonna make that noise which attracts fish. Now if you're using an artificial bait, I would recommend maybe popping every 3 to 5 seconds, as it's gonna keep that bait moving through the water, and when you get your hits, it's typically going to be on the downfall. So as soon as you pop it, be ready for a fish to hit it, because that's often when the bite comes. Before I flip the camera around, I'm going to tell you guys what you need real quick to rig a popping cork. The first thing is going to be a popping cork, like I said. The second thing is going to be some type of leader line. This is 15-pound fluorocarbon. You can also use mono-filament. I found this to work well for trout and redfish. If you're going after big bull reds, I would recommend going up to maybe 25 or 30-pound. Typically with your leader, what you want to do is rig it to where it's 12 inches from the bottom. And so that's kind of how much fluoro or mono you're going to need for your leader. And then finally, the third thing you need is your bait choice. So whether you're using Gulp like this, or some other type of artificial, maybe a down south or a paddle tail on a jig head, or another favorite, which is the DOA. But personally, my favorite is to use live shrimp. And now what I recommend for live shrimp is either using a croaker hook. This is a throughout size croaker hook, a circle hook. This is a small size circle hook right here, or a treble hook, which this is your treble hook right here. And now what I would recommend, if you're a beginner or you're taking beginners fishing and you're using live shrimp, that's the best thing you can do, because you will get more bites using live shrimp. And I would either recommend giving them a circle hook or a treble hook, just because it makes it easier for the fish to hook itself. Less hook set is needed. But if you're experienced maybe, or you just want to have a little more hook set to it when you get a bite, I would recommend using a croaker hook, because that's what I use. With that said though, let's go ahead and flip around. I'm gonna rig one of these with you guys and give you my secret to help you catch a little bit more fish with your popping cork. Okay, so you got your popping cork, you got your leader line. We're gonna go ahead and rig the popping cork. Like I said, you wanna cut your leader line to where it's about 12 inches from the bottom of the water depth that you're going to be fishing. And then a key thing with the popping cork to remember is that the brass beads or the heavy side always goes down. So this goes to your leader line here, the brass or the heavy side of the cork, and then with the other side is going to go to your main line. So we're gonna go ahead and get this rigged up. All I do on my popping corks, this is tie on the bottom, is a normal fisherman's knot. So put it through like so, bring it back over, and all you're gonna do is just simply pinch it, and you're gonna twist this swivel here about 5 or 6 times. And then with the hole it makes on the end of the swivel, you're gonna take the tag in and put it back through that hole. Then you're going to slide your knot down and pull it tight like so. Once you get that pulled down, you're pretty much done tying onto your popping cork. Tie your main line on this side, and then you're gonna go down to your bait side. Now here's the secret tip. What you want to do is go find some beads. I fish next to people with beads and people without beads, and the people with beads almost always catch more fish than the people that were not using beads. And so what I recommend you do is find a pack of these beads. You can get them Hobby Lobby, really anywhere, and find the ones with these small holes on the end of them, as you can see here. And all you're gonna do before you tie on your bait is just simply thread the beads on to your line, and then from there you can, that's all it is. And then from there you're just gonna go ahead and choose your bait type. If you're fishing with Gulp, maybe a DOA or an artificial, you can tie a loop knot. It will give the lure a little bit more action, but for this example, I'm saying we're taking a beginner fisherman. We're fishing with live shrimp, the best way to fish a popping cork, and we are going to use the circle hook. And I'm just going to tie the same fisherman's knot that I did for the popping cork. So put it through, pinch, you're at the end of the line, give it about 5, 6, 7 turns, take your tag into the line, put it back through the hole, pinch it, pull that down, make it tight, and that is it. That is your completed popping cork rig for redfish, trout, drum, and even flounder. Make sure you go out, pick you up some beads. I highly recommend them. Not enough people use them, and that is a secret that I've seen to help increase the amount of fish that you will catch with this setup. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below. Also drop a like on the video if you found it helpful, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.